We are doing a brow shaping and mapping today. The first thing I like to do is cleanse the skin. Depending on the service, I will do a double cleanse and include a brow scrub with the service. Cleansing is basically going to remove any sunscreen, makeup, or oils on the skin. That way you have a nice even canvas. I make sure her brows are super dry because we don't want the pre-ink string to bleed onto her damp skin. I like to brush the brows into place just to see the shape that I'm working with. This client is a regular client, so her shape is very well maintained. And the first thing I like to do is find the center of the brows and the front of each brow using her nostril. So for the front of the brows, I'm going to use a dimple in her nostril. If you can see where her piercing is at, that is typically going to be where most clients' front of the brow is going to start. Every client is going to have a different brow shape because of the structure of their face. Then we find the highest point of the brow, which is going to be the arch. We find the bottom of the front of the brow and the top of the front of the brow. This is basically going to determine how thick her brows are going to be. Then using the outside of her nostril angled up to the corner of her eye, we're going to find the end of her brow. To find the arch of her brow, we're going to use that dimple point on her nostril again to find the arch of the brow. So you should have a bunch of lines on her face, and now it's time to connect all of these lines. The first thing you want to do, most clients don't realize that they can kind of fur their brows. So this is me just basically telling my client to relax a little bit because I don't want to mess up her shape. So I gently ask my client to relax her face, and then I start to connect the bottom portion of her brow to the arch, and then from the arch to the outer end of her brow. So you'll see better on the other side when I do it. She's furrowing her brows again, and we had a giggle about it because she didn't realize she was doing it. But then you're going to find the top front of her brow, and you're going to angle that up to the arch, and then angle it back down and meet in a triangle at the end of the brow. You always want to make sure that the end of the brow tapers into a point. You don't want the end of the brow to be lower than the front of her brow. So you'll see here, I'm connecting the center line all the way up to the arch. We're going to angle it back down to the end. And then for the top of the brow, we're basically going to do the same thing from the front of the brow to the arch, back down to the tail of the brow, and make sure that it tapers into a point. This is going to be the best way to shape your client's brow. If you have to go back and tweak, that's fine.